In this example, we're going to simplify by factoring. It's not quite as obvious what we're going to do with that. You might look at it and think, well, we want to factor out cosine x. But going that route doesn't produce much of a result. And so we want to look for something else that we can do. You need to learn early on that when you're simplifying trig identities, oftentimes you're going to try something and that's going to end up not being quite the direction you want to go. And you want to look for something else you can try. And that's the case here. I tried factoring out the cosine x. It didn't work. So I'm going to try something else. I see that I have a tangent x here. So I'm going to rewrite that tangent x as sine x over cosine x using the quotient identity. And then we have the minus sine x cosine squared x. At this point, I see that I have a sine x cosine x in each term. So that's what I'm going to factor out. So we have the sine of x cosine x times the quantity 1 over cosine x minus cosine x. Well, at first glance, that may not seem to have done much, but I see that I have some things in the parentheses there and some subtraction. And so if I get a common denominator of cosine x, so that's going to be cosine squared x over cosine x, then we have the sine of x cosine x times the quantity, well, 1 over cosine x minus cosine squared, so 1 minus cosine squared x over cosine x. Now we see that we're starting to get somewhere because the cosine x's will cancel out, and the 1 minus cosine squared by our Pythagorean identities is sine squared. So this simplifies to the sine cubed of x. Try the next example and show your work in your notes. You might be showing several attempts in your notes even as you try to work with these. If you didn't get it right away, notice first that we have a cofunction identity there, and that might give you a starting point. Let's see what the answer is. A, negative sine cubed of x.